an influence. I'm not a huge fan of Flusha calling personally. I think that's Pronax's realm. You leave that to Pronax. But
to be quite honest, out of this whole team, Flusha is the one that I feel like I know the least about. I speak to Pronax on a semi-regular basis at events just to try and see what's on his mind and how does he feel about different things. I'm less sure about Flusha, so maybe I should just try and talk to him a bit more and see, you know, what's his theory and all this stuff. I feel like I'm a bit undereducated on this particular point. But Fnatic, they will get started on the CT side, Titan on the terrorist side, and already grenade damage being put out a little bit more as Crims makes his way back around the corner. Wolfmeister also lurking out on the bomb side itself here, looking for a headshot early on and does some damage to Scream, but can't quite find the kill yet. And they are getting closer. He's getting shot in the back. He just turns around and lands one more headshot there on Smith. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god, that just made this so much easier for Fnatic. Although Existence gets the backstab on Flusha, that's going to start them off good. He even catches Crims and try to push through the smoke on him. But then there's so little HP. Scream hasn't even planted the bomb yet, and he's only got 6 HP. Existence down to 32. Pronax, it's his big time to shine. He's got 83 HP. He's got the most health here for Fnatic. And Titan, they're going for a pretty smart play. They're trying to slow things down, get Fnatic guessing, basically. But look at this, Pronax. He might actually have the backstab on Existence eventually here.
Wow, that's a third kill here for the Belgian captain, and he's going to be now 1 versus 2 here. Pronax still 30-some seconds left, walking in, instant headshot on Existence. Not that it was really needed, but Scream will make his way out, and now he's playing 1 versus 1. And this is one of those scenarios where if it was all about the headshots, I'd definitely put my money on Scream, but 1 versus 1s like these, it also comes down a little bit just to being smart, and Pronax, I think, is hard to beat in this particular sense, but he is long ways away. He's going to have to run a bit fast to get up here, and Scream is just standing on the bomb site, ready and waiting. And
Pronax is even taking the time to go and pick up a kit. So this is going to get really interesting here for Scream, who's only got the 6 HP. 1 bullet will do it, and there it is. Pronax, I mean, it would have just taken a godlike headshot for Scream to win that. He would have had to spot Pronax and just land the shot instantly. That's not going to happen, and with the kit, Pronax has all the time in the world for the defuse. So 3 kills for, I mean, the supposed in-game leader here for Fnatic. Strong start for him.
And same for Existence, so it's the captains, or at least maybe for Pronax, maybe the former captain. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Do we want to talk about that, like the history between these two teams? Just because Pronax has always said that Existence is pretty much like the opponent that's always posed the most problems for him. That this in-game leader in particular seems to have figured him out, and there's always just a little bit more of a struggle when Fnatic face against Titan.
It's true, that's a super good point to bring up, and something that we should remember historically. Titan have had you know, an ability to sometimes upset Fnatic, even though they've had a far worse roster, really. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. But obviously, going in favor of the Swedish team early on here, as Shox is trying to move a little bit further into Pronax. He's got the pistol out, and it's going to be a headshot, even with the flashbang follow-up. Shox had just enough of a glimpse there to get the kill, so good job to start off with. Crims with a good return.
Yeah, Crims just with a 5-7. He's going to get taken out by Existence, but then Flusha, JW, everybody having a say. They've done good damage, though, Titan. That's what really matters here, and Flusha will finally find the kill on Smiths at the end. But look at that. They actually managed to get 3 kills out of this round, Titan, and this was pretty much a hard eco on their part. Only Tech 9's PJ50s picked up, no Kevlar. So they're all looking at this round right here, Titan. And now they've really set themselves up to do some big damage here to Fnatic, who are going to have to go for a bit of a force scenario here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a bit disappointing really for them. They played 2 rounds here, and then all they have is you know, it's just a little bit. They do have the max 7 in play, but
they actually have more
not
than
that
I thought
much.
it would get.
Yeah, but not that much money in the bank. So if Titan win this round, they're going to be right back to square one really early on in the half here. So that'd be a great move for the French team if they can muster that, but Wolfmeister's going to open up Crims to follow up Scream and RPK with a bit of a return. So it's back to a 3 versus 3, although very little health on RPK there after that initial engagement. He's going to have to fall back and just play it cool, and Flusha could have found a good timing there onto Existence, but it looks like he's going to save that grenade for a bit.
It's actually Existence going on a bit of a mission now. He has so much time to play with. Scream catches Wolfmeister looking the wrong way, but Flusha, he actually checks for the Existence backstab. This opens everything up. It's a 1v2 now. Scream on his own. Again, he's carrying the bomb, so again, it's going to come down to him to make the decision where he wants to take this play. But now Fnatic can have a man on each side, as we can see, and they're sitting both towards connector, so they can rotate very quickly, either onto the A side, onto the B side. Fnatic right now are poised to lock down this round.
40 seconds. He has the bomb, and he's got health for it, and if they try and fight him early on here, I mean, Scream is definitely capable of winning these kind of fights. Again, headshots, that's where he does a lot of work, so if they make the mistake of fighting him, then it might turn out in his favor, but they are just playing this super safely. They want to make sure that he tries to put the bomb down, and as soon as they hear those beeps coming in, then they're going to put themselves in position. This is really tough. They're actually playing it so that it's very hard for Scream to do anything here. right up until that point where JW just walks out into the open and gives a bit of an opportunity here. Grenade gonna come out, not gonna do too much damage. Flusha rushing close and Scream looking for the headshot. He's got the triple kill, he sprays, he takes down the last player as well. Quad kill for Scream, and Flusha's gonna be gone. Titan picking up the first round, which should force the Swedes to simply save here, unless they want to go for a crazy force-up, but that's a great third round.
They're dancing on the edge of the double eco, and yeah, Fnatic are going to go for it. They're going to commit. And so it's going to be CZs. Wow, quite a few CZs now. Just Crims with the 5-7 rather, and then JW with the 5-7. But yeah, I rather with the Swag 7. That's just going to really rattle Fnatic, who aren't super confident right now. I mean, Flusha himself was on Twitter just the other day saying, I'm so tired that we're struggling with this game. Put it nicely. But that's the issue right now, is that Fnatic are lacking confidence. So if they lose those kinds of clutch rounds, a 2v1 like that, that's definitely going to hurt them.
Yeah, it's weird. This is probably the team that has the most confidence out of any in the scene, so it's a bit weird to hear that. This round is a completely crushing one in favor of Titan, just shutting down that B-bomb site early on. 3 kills, although it is bringing him back a little bit here. Olofmeister and Pronax picking up a kill each, and Pronax finally going to fall down, which is going to leave Olof all the way still in B here, ready to see if he could catch anyone else sneaking in. He's going to get the Galil, but now 1 versus 3, so after an initial engagement, it seems like it was Titan coming out on top after all.
Yeah. And that's, and even with the stack for Fnatic, I think they had 4 players on the B side initially there to stop Titan trying to come onto that site.
Do you wonder, I mean, if Flusha is really going to become sort of the main caller, where does that leave Pronax? Because his sort of, justification being on the team was always his mid-round calling, his tactical stuff, and feels like maybe if that's not going to be the case, are they going to ultimately find somebody else that they'd rather have in place? Well,
that's exactly it. That's the big question. Flusha's always been the lurker. He's always been the clutch player for Fnatic. Pronax is just this. He's one of the highest impact leaders this game has ever had. I mean, the guy comes into Fnatic, and they're the first team to win the major, and they're the only team to have won 3 majors. Pronax has 3 majors to his name. So for them to doubt him is just mind-blowing, in my opinion. And, I mean, really, if you just want more fragging power, then you're going to have to go for a player like Dennis. You're going to have to go for somebody else and get another Swede involved, because Pronax isn't about the top fragging. Pronax is about outthinking his opponents, being prepared, doing the hard work that gets you ready to win best-of-3 series.
Yeah, but what's weird is that I would still say that even if Pronax was alone, in a 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2, I wouldn't be shocked if he pulled it off. He's still a very good player. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just fanboying a little bit here, but I feel like it's going to be hard to replace him. But obviously we don't know what's going on internally, so it could be really hard to guess at. Titan just completely crushed Fnatic in that round. It was pistol, no armor as well for the Swedish side, so no big surprise there. And we'll see if they can continue on here, as they have picked up the round lead and leading into the 6th round here. Fnatic, they bought whatever they could, but you can tell there are no Molotovs in play currently. They've basically broken the whole bank to do this, so they need this win. Otherwise, Titan would be off to more than just a good start, I'd say, on this first half. It'd be hard to stop them afterwards, actually.
Yeah, and I like this fake coming up from Titan right now. See Fnatic using a lot of their nades to get in. Existence, unfortunately for him, just walks right into Olofmeister. That couldn't have been worse, but they are going for the A play after all. Fnatic, rotation is going to be coming out, and even a smoke put up just to allow for the guys to get out of link. This is going to be interesting. Now, can Titan brute force their way onto this site? Because that's what has to happen.
Sharks is making his way in. He's going to get the 1 kill. Spots a guy up and sniping SP. He's being shot in the back. Ends up dropping down JW, and then Olofmeister with a double return. It's Scream getting 1, turning around, getting another one. It's a triple, and jumping out of the window. It's going to be Olofmeister with a quad kill. What a way to end that round. It couldn't have been better. That was true SWAT style, wasn't it? If only it had the rope and ladder and just come charging down.
And Shoxy even spotted him up there. Scream knew that there was a man playing sniper. He had to get these kills right here. The second one is sick, but that third one, Pronax going for the peak, is one after another there for Fnatic. They didn't have that perfect timing, that kind of crossfire that we're so used to seeing from them. We're used to seeing these guys peak together, work together to get the frags and establish crossfires. And yeah, it's not every day that you actually see them give an opponent a chance to go for a big play like that.
I mean, and Scream currently 11-2-3. He's really on form. If he got that 4th kill, that would have been truly something. I still wish we could have seen that from multiple angles. We need the slow-mo matrix speed, and then pivot around and see how that actually worked out. Well, 7th round is coming up, and obviously Fnatic still broke. Titan just enough money to buy this round. If they can win it, then they're going to have, once again, a big lead here, and they trade favorably in that entry now. Olafite's trying to get a little bit closer. He won that last round for them, and even while flashed, he picks up a kill. Smith's going to get the one with the AWP, looking for a second one, too. It's going to be JW. A third one, he's going to barely miss it, and then Shox has to come in and try and help out here. Olaf fighting, and he's a little bit too exposed. Goes down, Pronax to follow. Shox to end the round. He heard Scream's calls down there. It's like, I need help.
I need help me, brother. And, you know, that's it. For some reason, I had like the John Cena theme song going through my head with Scream, where he's just like runs up and just like shoulder slams. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going through my head right now. But
it is really hard to be on the internet without, you know, seeing that meme all over the place, though.
John Cena! Yeah. So I was thinking, holy hell, you know, Titan, they actually play with the AWP, and they're expecting to be able to get a pick off of that. And they're like, nah, actually, we're just going to rush out onto the site. It was so key that Smith's actually managed to get something done with that AWP afterwards.
It looked like the third kill was almost landed as well there. So, I mean, he did a really good job. Scream is going to go down to just a pistol, no armor, and Crims with a ridiculous headshot on RPK as well. That was never supposed to happen. And JW just casually rushing Ivy and running up behind Existence to drop him. It's going to be Shox and Smith's left here. 2 versus 4, and doing the best that he can here. JW already getting a second kill, and Bomb is out here. Flusher, easy headshot, and that's a round that Fnatic should have never won. And Titan, honestly, giving, I think, too much away in this round. That's almost inexcusable. You can't win a round as big as the last one and then give up a round like that one.
Yeah, that's going to set them back. Talk about, you know, and it was that Scream clutch situation, right? Where it's like that would have just completely rocked Fnatic. Now we're experiencing exactly that for Titan here, where all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we've got this. We got their backs to the wall. They're going to be pistol eco. This is sick. We're going to farm rounds. And then Crim's just like, boom, no fun allowed on this server. You are not allowed to get away with this.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, I've got to say.
Holy hell, double nade. Shox down to 4, RPK down to 3. That hurt. And I thought for a second we would see like some kind of flash kill.
It would have been beautiful, but instead it's just Crims picking off the easy kills here. It's a 4th one, looking for the last one. Just another click here, and Scream might be going down the same path here, but he's trying to see if he can make it out. Takes a bit of a fight with Flusher and goes down. Those early kills from Crims there were just so easy. You're right, they were down to 10 health and he just clicked a couple of times and that was it. So Fnatic, from having an awful position, giving up that one round meant that now they are 5-4. They've got the money. They've got a bit of a bank even. Titan. I'm disappointed.
Don't be disappointed.
I am.
I've passed the stage of disappointment when it comes to Titan. Now I just accept. You know, this is what happens. You know, this is not the Titan of 2013. Even if NBK and RPK, you know, it's pretty close. You know, we're still waiting on big things from these guys.
I don't know. I've got my hopes up. I think they can do this. I think this roster can work.
You think so? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Ye of eternal faith.
Yeah, it's true.
Has Thorin been whispering sweet nothings in your ear?
No, I mean, I did say the same thing about the other Titan lineup, so maybe it does ring a little bit hollow in that sense. But I do have a lot of respect for the French and Belgian players here, and I think generally I can't even explain to you really why it didn't work last time. In my opinion, they did have a lot of tools to make it work with. This time they might have even more. So
it's just that Envy got all the god tier talent, and Titan got the talent that had to work.
Yeah, maybe that is it. Crims and JW with some good opening here, and good openings, and JW also going to pick up a second one there, flicking away with that AWP onto Existence, who was, you know, out train surfing, which is also illegal. JW going to take down the last Vandal over there. Shox is gone, and that's it.
It's always in CS countries where you see the guys, they get the GoPros on their heads, and they just, you know, hop on that train that goes across the bridge, all across town, whatever. You see those videos of just like surfing through random towns like that, you're just like, okay. Hands are sweating, right? Like, oh, no, man.
Mom spaghetti? No. That was so easy as well.
Stop.
Yeah.
Halt.
I mean, in countries where the electric current is in the tracks, I can maybe see how it can work, but you know, in Denmark the electric current's in the wires above the train. Yeah. So if you try and train surf, you will probably be fried. So try not to do that. A nice way to start here. Shox leading us away from the path of train surfing into a nice headshot to open up on Pronax, but Scream and RPK and everybody else, it seems, will die all at the same time, more or less. Fnatic now making it 7-4. And you know, so this is why ultimately I'm liability on any like Counter-Strike team. I can't let go of that round there. Like the one they lost to the pistol no armor. If I was on this team, I'd still be talking about it. I'd be like, come on guys, like
you
if we
wouldn't
hadn't
be
lost
talking about it, Anders.
Yeah,
no, you wouldn't, because when you get angry, you get quiet. You don't actually.
No,
talk.
that's only when someone says, "Let's move on." I'd be like, right, fine.
Yeah, and then you get the silent treatment.
Yeah. Then I'm not talking at all.
That's how I know. If we start losing a map, Anders gets quieter and quieter and quieter. I love it. Oh, nicely done there by Smiths.
JW willing to sacrifice a lot there, standing in fire to try and take that fight. A little bit dangerous. Could have worked out. One of those JW-like tricks, but this time it didn't. Shox is going to open up on Olaf as well. And a bit of a heavy rotation from Fnatic onto the B bomb site. And Titan have read this very well indeed. They have left only one person back here, which is going to be Existence, taking one for the team in that sense, while the rest are taking the A bomb site.
Identical strat. They used this one several rounds ago, and Existence walked face first into Olaf. This time he actually gets out, and he walks face first into Flesha. How cheerful. And then Pronax takes out Shox, but Smiths is there to shut down Pronax, and now it's a big advantage for Titan. With that bomb planted, there really isn't a whole lot of time here for Fnatic to play with. They have to be able to hunt all the way back into T main, where Scream is currently lurking. Flesha and Crims, I mean, they've woken up, Crims in particular, but it's a lot to ask. They really don't have much time, and yeah, firing squad.
They do have a lot of money on Fnatic, so it kind of makes sense for them maybe to try and see if they can get at least these rifles away from them. Didn't really succeed, but I mean, there's plus 10,000 on 3 players, and you're in the 13th round now. Not that much game left. If you bring, you know, if you remove a couple of rifles, maybe you could make it work. So ultimately, pretty good job on Titan's part there. And as you said, the same strat, this time it just worked better, and probably thanks to those 2 entries they got.
Yeah, it always, like, what are we always saying, right? Selling a fake gets really easy if the guy throwing the fake is actually just wrecking the other team as well. Ooh, again, that timing worked out perfectly for Flesha.
And look, this is also another thing that people really shouldn't do, or at least most people shouldn't. It's JW sniping in Pop Dog, which means if you fail the shot here, it gets a little bit dangerous, but he just doesn't care. Down in B-bomb site, Flesha putting out a Molotov, another grenade rains in, and Crims to pick up the first kill there, followed up by Flesha. Last bullet in that spray, really well timed, and JW still playing over by Pop Dog. It's going to be Scream shot in the back, and Flesha just doing good job. Really a lot of work here in the B-bomb site.
This is a great read by Shoxy. He realizes the JW would have been playing close. Shox is on his own, although RPK is doing work right now. 2 kills for RPK. Nearly takes out Pronax as well, who just sprays wildly. And now it's going to come down to this shot, and both of them miss. Now Shoxy, he's got to go. He's got to be able to pick up this bomb. And with 40 seconds left, get the plant somehow. But first, yeah, find Pronax, and he spotted him out. So now the angle becomes interesting for Shoxy. It's going to become who actually gets the drop on who.
Oh, come on, that's ridiculous. They both missed each other by just a pixel. So now there's no one's really entirely sure what Shox is. He's going to try for the plant once, but the timing works out just in favor of Pronax. And that's going to make it 8-5. And moving into the last 2 rounds of the half here. I don't know.
Neither.
This could have been a very different story, I feel like.
I agree. I agree. If it weren't for that eco, then it's eco that Titan lost. And now it's going to be, well, okay. I was wondering if they were just going to bite the bullet and go for it. And just say, you know, we've got a couple guys with enough money to get some rifles here, and the other guys just Tech 9 Force Spy and go for some kind of mix. But they're going to play it all in the last round here, Titan. They go for a bit of a quasi here. They have a couple nades to work with. It's going to be a very fast rush straight into Alley, Ivy, however you want to call it, and Pronax gets caught with the flash in his hand.
Oh, and JW getting overrun as well up on that train. Just a little bit too exposed, but some nice grenade work there from Flesha to follow up on what Pronax had started. Lands him a triple kill, and that's going to be 9-5. 15th round is coming up now, and we'll see if Titan, if this, you know, if the lack of forcing it worked out in their favor or not. Ah,
thank you, Alpha Bill. So Flesha's confirmed on stream that Pronax is calling, and will do so from now until eternity.
Oh.
So there we go. Finally, he's come to his senses.
Eternity is a long time.
It is a long time. But I'm down with Pronax calling. Just give it back to Pronax, please.
I'll hold on to what I wanted to say anyway. I still want to like learn more about Flesha. Such a quiet person, you know. Need to do more Flesha type interviews. Pronax, Olofmeister, and JW open up here. This is the final round of the half, and Titan are getting destroyed trying to get into this A courtyard. Not a chance in hell. It's going to be JW with a double and Pronax with a double, and we're going to end in 10-5 in favor of the Fnatic team.
That's right, Anders.
Gives us more time to talk about that one faded round there, Semler. Can rub it in.
Just let it go, Anders.
I can't.
You have to forgive him.
I don't want to let it go.
I mean, like, the thing is, though, it is really just Crims, right? You have, like, Crims and Olaf. Sure, they had a few eco frags,
This is how long. This is how long I can hold on to a round. All the way, like way a long time ago. I played on a team called Factory.dk with a K.
Okay.
Because I don't know why.
Why not?
Later turned into a much better team after we left. Don't know if that was the reason why, but it actually ended up being like a halfway decent team. Anyway, we had like one horrible online match. We were playing Inferno, and what happened is that the terrorists had to go back to pick up the bomb somewhere, and they couldn't possibly do that in time. So we had won the round. We had one guy left. Our CT guy was left alive, just trying to wait out the time, and he was hiding in underpass on Inferno with a USP, and he hadn't reloaded his gun because we were afraid, that they would hear the sound or something.
Sure.
So he had like 6 bullets left or something. And they run past him in towards T-spawn where the bomb is, and I don't know why they were trying to pick it up. They had no chance to do it. And my friend, he fired like 2 bullets, and they just turned around and killed him. We just forever since we've been like, do you remember that time when you gave up that, and then they won the game because of it? Like it was like 14-14 or something.
Oh my God.
It's the worst thing I've ever tried. We were actually it was so absurd.
I have ever tried.
Yeah.
Were you the man in underpass?
No, I definitely wasn't. I definitely wasn't. But ultimately, we actually just ended up. It was so ridiculous that we had to laugh about it. It was. You couldn't even really get angry. It was so funny.
I could totally. You're saying that right now, but I could totally see you getting pretty salty. All right.
Existence, nice opening, but Smith's kind of an all-or-nothing play there. If you get caught in that corner and don't get the headshot, that's going to happen. Crim's overrunning, and RPK looking for a couple of headshots of his own. Instead, he's just slowly... Oh, no! JW! What are you doing? I think RPK tagged him off enough that he fell to his death, which is a horrible way to die. And Pronax is going to be alone here, taking up 1 kill. A little bit of a pop flash over as he charges out of the smoke, right into Scream's headshot there. And that's going to be the round. He did a Pyth. I
was about to say, but he didn't have a negative on him.
He did not have a negative.
So that's, he kind of went there. But, oh yeah, I guess RPK is the hero of that round. Certainly. Getting those two, he didn't get the kills, but he got them so low that afterwards it was pretty much a done deal. You know how StarCraft has like the spoon Terran? Maybe RPK, maybe RPK's like, the spoon pistol player slowly chipping away. It's like one dig at a time with that USPS until he whittles them down. I could see him being a spork. He can't actually do enough damage to you, but he will get the job done eventually.
Slowly.
It's not going to be quick. I'm curious to see if this is going to be a quick play here. There's the flash to clear in case Smith was holding close again. RPK here with the MP9, though, should have a field day, but as I say it, Olafmeister just wipes him out, and now it's going to be Smith's long range with the MP7. He's not going to be able to hold the line, and they should be able to get a bomb plan out of this situation. This is ideal for Fnatic. Back-to-back plans means they can do whatever they want in the next round.
They've even done a fair bit of damage here. You see Scream had to fall back. Smith's also a little bit low. Existence actually has to show up here and try and see if he can finish this round. Crims is going to go down, so pretty good job, I think, from Titan, actually. That could have gone horribly wrong. If they had lost Scream or Smiths or both, that would have been obviously very bad indeed. Those wires. Still there, just checking.
The umbilicals.
Yeah, they're a bit...
When they were first implemented, they looked pretty creepy. Like, yeah. I was wondering if we went, if it was CSGO based in Japan, or like...
Have we gone too far?
Have we?
Has science gone too far?
This is the devs. They're trying to appeal to that Asian market.
Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. That's what we need.
All right.
Well, 7-10, and still a sizable lead for Fnatic. I would say they just need 6 rounds here on the second half, and due to those bomb plants, as you were pointing out, they have the money to buy. So we'll see if they can put together a good round here, as Smith does have that AWP, but Shox has actually held on to the MP9, and that was a good choice, it seems.
And I'm amazed that Crims decides again to push through smoke. That's the second time he's got shot in the face so far. They are going to be able to get the flank here on the man holding Alley. That's Smith's gone, and now JW looking for a target. He's worried about the guys coming out of connector, and he gets the drop on RPK and takes out Scream at the same time. Down to Shox, and he does drop the bomb carrier, but then with no HP, he's forced out into the open. Fnatic, and it is the ace, you're right, for JW.
Wow. That was very interesting. It happened so fast as well for JW. Especially those 2 kills when they sort of lined up for him. That was some good spray transfers. He just kept spraying. And Fnatic now 1 round closer. Look at this stuff here. He's so ready as well for the 3rd guy to come around, or the 5th guy if you want. So pretty good job there. 7-11. And Titan back to pistol and no armor.
Yeah, and a long, long road ahead of them. If they want to get back into this, they're going to have to come up with a Fnatic round, basically. And you'll get to harp about, you know, Fnatic then, Anders. They'll try and shift your attention over. But we need some kind of pistol round win, an eco win, and Smith's getting the headshot on Olfmeister, manages to pick up an AK as well. That's standard Olaf. He loves to go out through team main like that, get out into the A site and try and lurk about, but it looks like Smith's is going to be the one to get the drop on him this time.
Yeah, he's coming up from behind, but only with a pistol. It's still going to be quite a difficult task ahead of him here. He's going to get the 1 kill. He could have shot down Pronax before that bomb went down, but he's going to go for the no-scope kill on Crimson instead, and this is working out very well indeed for Titan. Flusher going to be alone now, 1 versus 2. And they have an idea about where he is as well. They're going to be close, and Smith just takes care of business. That's going to be the round. They've got plenty of time for the defuse as well. Big turnaround.
Well, there you go, Anders.
Yeah, but I would say that this is a slightly more forgivable round for Fnatic. It's a bit of a shame that they weren't aware, but obviously Existence coming up from behind like that is much better than what Titan did on their side, which was just plain walking into the A-bomb side and getting killed 1 at a time. You know, flanking from Pop Dog like that, it is a big gamble, but when it pays off, you see how big the impact is. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm more willing to forgive Fnatic for this one than I am Titan for the first round.
Clearly not biased.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly, yeah. We'll let it slide this time, Anders. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of round that basically Titan really needed here. And Fnatic, because they're so consistent getting the bomb plants, they do have quite a bit of money to work with. So they do actually have the money for some AKs. Now I'm curious to see if Olfmeister is going to keep trying to push outside, but no, he's changed it up. He's decided to take his fight over to Ali instead, so they're split up at Fnatic all across the map, just looking for that first pick, and Existence nearly gets taken out already. Existence pushes forward, though, takes out Crimson. There we go. JW with the backstab. Scream, though, there to shut down that A site.
Yeah, a bit of a flashbang on out. Scream trying to buy some time for his teammates to get here as well as RPK picking up a kill. Shox flashed out in the back lines here. They're playing 2 versus 4, and they could easily afford to just play this one safe. They don't have to commit to any kind of fight. Just wait for Pronax and Olofmeister to try and find a bomb site, which they're going to have to eventually. Pronax having the bomb currently and turns around just to get shot by RPK, who also takes down Olofmeister. Nice round here from RPK.
And immediately swaps over to that AK. Curious to see who's actually still holding on to the M4A1 still, because now we're starting to see some guys drift back towards it. So it's fun to see that the silenced rifle hasn't been completely forgotten, although you do tend to pick up an AK pretty quick, I guess, if you get the chance.
Well, you know what's really changed since we were here last week?
Yeah.
The Zeus.
I know.
They finally nerfed it. I saw you, you know, almost, you know, crying for pure joy on Twitter that it had finally happened.
I might have kicked my feet in the air. I mean, I just feel bad for Renegades. Like that round where they got double Zeused, you know, it's just stuff like that. What could have been, Anders? What about that travesty? You know, it never happened.
What about me though? What am I supposed to entertain myself with now? Could be Scream's headshot. Those are quite high entertainment value as well. This is going to take down the first kill. There it is. No armor and pistol here for Fnatic, so it should be an easy round. And Titan are playing this one very defensively.
Yeah, they are. They're just making use of the rifles. This is textbook stuff from Fnatic, or rather from Titan. From Fnatic as well. I mean, Fnatic are just trying to, I guess they were trying to lurk the bomb up here. But Smith's, unfortunately, that was the first kill of the round. So Titan, they don't have to push anywhere. They know exactly where the bomb is, and they have their opper sitting on it. So long as they protect the opper, Fnatic are just going to get whittled down.
I feel like this kind of scoreline is exactly what Titan should always be aiming for, with sort of Scream and Shox and whoever else doing the work, and then Existence, you know, not out of the game or anything, but just a little bit lower on the scoreboard. He's not supposed to be picking off a lot of really, really big rounds, so...
Which is curious, because hasn't he, I mean, kind of stated that he's putting, well, I mean, it seems, at least when we watch some of their games, that he's putting himself in roles that are meant for fraggers.
Yeah,
so
he is putting himself more in a forward position, but still, I mean, I don't think he shouldn't be aspiring to eclipse people like Scream and Shox. That would be a little bit too much, but, you know, 9 kills is still pretty decent here at the second half of the game. Existence doing a little bit of early damage onto Pronax, and Smith's all the way in the back lines with that AWP.
This is really fun. Oh, shots going through, but Smith is there in position, takes out Flusha. definitely going to be frustrated. Smith's taking out Pronax as well. Crims will get the spray down on RPK. So that's opening up this B site a little bit, but there it is. Existence had to get that kill on Olofmeister. He fails to do so, but Smith continues to hold the back line with the AWP. He's hitting shots today, Smith. This is really good to see.
Yeah, might get a 4th one here. Flick not going to connect this time, but Crims is holding C connector here. It's going to be Shox going down. Walked right into that one. Really great angle from Crims. That's not so easy because he was sort of coming down the stairs there, so it must have been a little bit hard to predict exactly where that headshot was going to land, but works out just fine. Olofmeister making his way into the bomb site, at least trying to. Nice use of that architecture there. Now he's going to be putting down the bomb, but they're both on the bomb site. A little bit scary, especially with a guy flanking from behind in Smith's.
Yeah, that was it right there. Scream taking out the one, and now it is going to be down to Olofmeister, and he has to realize that Smith's is at his back, but of course he has no way of knowing. He literally backs right into Smith's. And a quad kill for Smith's in the round.
Look at this angle. He's like in the door.
He's melded.
Yeah. It's like that horrible scene from The Fly, where he gets eventually doesn't he like teleport with like the teleporter door as well, so everything gets really bad.
Everything gets
Have you seen The Fly?
No, I'm actually drawing a blank on this one, man.
Alright.
Is it the black and white?
Is it black and white? It's the one where he has he's built a teleporter and then bad stuff happens. It's I don't want to ruin the plot line. It's really good film. You should see it. It's really old as well. It's very good. Early trade here, Fnatic still going to be buying. Shots playing close, going to be spraying down one, and a second one to follow. Olofmeister and Crims gone over by Ivy. JW, though, bringing it back quick here with a bit of a double kill of his own. Flusher trying to see if he can land a headshot. It would have been helped by JW if that fight had continued. Now it's all on Shox.
Yeah, Shox. He's hoping that somebody's going to get antsy here, but they're peeking them together. Flush and JW stacked up. So Shox peeks out. He does find the angle to actually turn that into a 1v1 fight, but JW wins the spray battle in the end. But Shox did everything right in that situation. He just gets the angle right because Fnatic had set up to both face him at the same time if he tried to come out through that alley.
JW and Crims top fragging on the other team, almost caught up to by Smiths and Scream. And the fact that Smiths is up here, I guess, is maybe the really notable thing. We don't always expect that.
No, not at all. He's more. I mean, apart from when he picks up the AWP, you kind of expect him to be playing that support role. You know, that guy who's kind of facilitating the rest of the team to go and get the frags.
Well, the 9th round here in this game, all of a sudden seems sort of very even. 12 to 11. RPK pushing close, and they almost line up here. Smith's falling back, but he's at 37 health, and they're not going to stop for him. He takes one down, no scope. Second one, not going to hit. That would have been a great kill, but now it's 3 versus 4. Bomb has been planted. Titan trying to see if they can retake this.
And Scream showing no fear at all, and he gets the instant headshot onto Pronax. Nade going on to him, though he's forced out, and there it is, the follow-up shot from Crims, but he lost his teammate in the meantime. It's down to a 2-on-2. JW about to get control of upper, though. And that can actually open it up to take out Existence, who's working his way slowly across the trains. There it is. Olofmeister takes the one and Crims the other.
Wow.
And just one thing to point out, that's why timing can be so crucial for CS and why some people tend to say, unlucky, etc. Because RPK, he was there to guard Smiths, but he stepped out in front of Smiths just as the push began for Fnatic. And so Smiths couldn't take the shot. RPK was right in front of him, right as Fnatic decided to go for the push. So it couldn't have been worse timing there for the setup. I mean, it was a good setup to have a rifle there to babysit your op, but not for the rifler to step in front of your op right as the push begins. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. That was an awful way to begin. And yet, Titan almost did bring it back and almost won the round there. So, I mean, still a pretty good fight for them. They will have forced up this time around, and they've spent everything they've got. Existence checking the corner, and Pronax going down. Second kill on JW. What a fantastic start here. That's going to help Titan a lot.
Well, that's going to grind Fnatic down to a halt. There's the pop, though. There's the shot, and just sloppy, but Crims gets the job done, takes out Smiths.
Thank you, Crims.
Yeah, he actually used it, Anders.
I'm so happy.
But you see, I mean, he used it, but it didn't look that effective to me.
No, that wasn't even what got him the kill, so maybe a little bit misleading there.
I think Smiths probably stepped in after it went off.
I think it would, and that's actually how you should play it. If you think someone's going to pop, you shouldn't be standing there. You should be waiting on the side. You hear the pop, and you know they're going to come down. So you're absolutely right, though. Shock's going to be falling back now and might be able to catch the bomb carrier here. That's Olofmeister going down, and Flusher and Crims, what are they going to do with 35 seconds left here?
They're going to die horrible deaths. as Shox continues to camp it. Flusha now 30 seconds left, 1v4. And Titan, again, they bought themselves room to work with here. This is going to reset Fnatic. The smoke goes down as well. This is just like, it can't get any worse than this for Flusha. He's just trying to put shots through randomly. He actually nearly tags up Shox. But he's probably just going to try and make this expensive for Titan in the end. Just YOLO through as soon as the smoke clears. There it is.
Put to rest. Looking almost comfortable there.
He looks very comfortable. He died for Fnatic's sins.
13 to 12. Fnatic sins. Yeah, it's a very, very loaded phrase. Yeah, as you said, Shox was carrying camping the bomb. I realized that insult has gone completely out of style. I don't ever hear anyone calling anyone else a camper anymore. But hey, that used to be the thing back in the day. That was the worst you could say about somebody.
True.
You're just camping in a corner to get all the kills. Newbie.
Dude, that was like, you truly... You got slammed if you did that on EM servers and everything too. Not only on obviously like on actual matches, but like people sitting there with ops all day long.
We should try and revive the camper insult. I feel like it has a place in Counter-Strike, surely.
But it's smart, Anders. It's smart play that makes the difference.
Existence is camping this corner right here. Okay, might be trying to do that. All of Ice is right on the other side of the smoke. Flush is there as well. A lot of targets for him once the smoke evaporates, and that's going to make it tough. If he can trade, that might be good. If he can get more than that, it's going to be great. All of Ice are going down. And Existence, again, too many targets. He ends up dropping there. Favorable trade, maybe. For Fnatic, I guess they can still pick up that AWP and sort of try and see if they can get a little bit more out of it.
Yeah, and Flusha's got it. He's a capable opper. If you could somehow find it, well, JW's on the other side of the map, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But now we have to see if they can actually take advantage of this. And Scream calmly holds the angle, sees Pronax's gun before Pronax rounds the corner. Easy shot for him. And so now it's going to be that man advantage here for Titan. And Fnatic, they continue to try and push into this, but it's, again, one at a time. Now Crims tries to push out into the open. He goes down in a hail of bullets. RPK there, and it's going to be down to Flusha now. And he gets jumped by RPK, who just does very solid work, very thorough work this round. 2 kills for him. But he was just basically sitting on that site, making sure that Fnatic couldn't get anywhere near it.
That means the game is all tied up at 13-13 as we move into the 12th round here. It's all looking a little bit interesting. You know, now the weight of that one round is really going to start to matter for Titan, because they could have probably won the game by now if they had won that faded round of the first half. So you got to wonder if they have sort of the strength to just pull on through here. They're only 3 rounds away, and they've got the money advantage at least. They've got more than Fnatic do.
Oh, double nade into Alley? That looks like what happened there. Hell, they took a lot of damage, and this is it. Existence.
He spotted the shadow.
I mean, he's still so close, and Olafmeister fails to take him out as well. Crims takes out Shox, though, and Scream down to 8 HP, so this is still feasible here for Fnatic, but they're so very low on HP themselves. This isn't going to get any easier here.
Molotov down. It's going to force Pronax forward. Flusha spray, long range there. And diagonal length across the courtyard. Not going to work out. It will be Pronax left. 1 versus 4. Has an easy kill on RPK. Clicks him away. But then he's kind of out of information. There's no clue where anybody else is holding here. And taking a bit of damage. Got the knife out against Scream. And that's going to get him killed. 14-13. No bomb plant. Not a lot of money either. And a bit of a tough position here for the Swedish team. It's almost happening, Semler. We're so close now.
They're reliving what happened to them versus VP. 16-12 on VP against VP. Fnatic, at least they get one more round, but they're not really well placed to take this.
This forward position either here or back here. Carrigan is such a big fan of playing that one as well. I feel like maybe Existence has been watching a couple of demos like, this works out pretty well.
Mind, Anders. You know, have you noticed this? That Olafmeister's usual positions, Cobblestone Plateau, I mean, Train right there. Kerrigan usually plays those as well. Yeah. Or at least, you know, gets really good at imitating Olafmeister, if anything.
Oh, Smiths, he gets the kill, but now he's trapped in this corner. Grenade on through. It's going to be dropping him, so a bit of a shame again. Almost like an all-in position, you know. You either get 2 kills and then that's it, you're safe, or you don't. Existence, though, look at this lurk going on here. It's just dangerous for Fnatic if he finds out that nobody's down here.
Surprised that they decided to go so fast to take the fire damage as well. Not sure if there was the rush or if it warranted the rush. I think that's kind of an indicator of... Oh.
Bit of a swap out. Oh, there we go. The monitor's back. Sorry about that, guys.
Hi, guys.
It's a new keyboard and everything, you know. Makes life tough. We are back in the game, though. Didn't miss anything. They're still setting up. Actually, the timing is almost perfect here. RPK picking up a couple of kills there before he goes down, and Scream to follow up on it. So now it's all on Olofmeister here. And this might actually be almost the last chance for Fnatic to stop Titan from walking away with a victory here on Train. So 1 versus 2, 18 seconds. He is seriously going to run back to the bomb site. That is dangerous.
It's time for the big plays, man. 10 seconds. He can't stop. He's going with the Tech 9. He's just hoping for the run and gun, but Existence is so close. And Existence just going to jump up onto the train, but Olofmeister knows now. Here's the steps as well, looking for the shot. And Existence, he waits for the teammate, and somehow he doesn't hit the shot, Olofmeister. Existence was so close that pretty much that Olofmeister was dead regardless.
That was dangerous.
That was really close.
It looked like it was about to happen there. Maybe if he could have got that first kill, if Existence had overextended that fight, it would have been a scary 1 versus 1 for Scream, but works out for Titan. They get their 15th round, and now Fnatic, and they've got to somehow come back in this game. They can buy AKs on everybody, so the bomb plant was actually hugely important there. Otherwise, things could have got very tough indeed. Well, see where we're going to head off to here. Right now, it's 4 AKs, 1 Galil currently. Grenade on in, see if they could do a little bit of damage. Not really connecting too much, and Fnatic have got a bit of a spread going on, including 3 people down on Ivy. And they are going to win that initial fight. Shock somehow managing to hit all the way between them. Existence, or sorry, Smith here, with the auto sniper, not really connecting either.
No, this is Smith's. This is his usual bravado. Like, how many rounds left? Let's go ahead and buy a Scar 20. Have I bought one yet? No, but that's fine. And they're into a 3-on-3, but Smith's is very low on HP, so it's going to come down to RPK now. And he finds he finds the battle with Pronax, wins it flat out. Bomb gets planted in the meantime, though, and that's for the B site. So now here's where it gets tricky. JW and Flusha, they've established a crossfire on Link, and all 3 players for Titan are about to come through here.
Oh, Flush, a nice opening frag. JW also walking up behind them. This looks like it might be Fnatic's round. He does reveal his position, and they finally realize, and he goes down. Flusher goes down. How did they give up that great crossfire? I have no idea. RPK going to pick up that kill. Seems like maybe Fnatic could have really done a better job afterwards, but it will be Titan picking up this win, and a much-needed one, I would say, for the French-Belgium team here. Wow, 16-13.
Yeah, such... I mean, Fnatic are still clear, they're still clearly